As Laura stepped away from the storyteller, her voice softened by time and tinted with both sorrow and hope, lingered in the cool evening air. In a hushed cadence meant only for those willing to listen, the storyteller imparted a few of her most closely guarded, untold stories, a mosaic of forgotten truths that had shaped the very soul of the village. The storyteller, whose role was to preserve ancient wisdom, revealed that the song was not merely a memory but a living guide. Its verses spoke of how each individual, like the fallen star, must confront their moments of darkness, only to emerge wiser and more connected to the world around them. The narrative urged every listener to cherish the transient beauty of life, to find strength in vulnerability, and to recognize that every ending carries the promise of a new beginning. The Song of the Fallen Star. She spoke of a night centuries past when a luminous star streaked across the sky, its brilliance an omen of both great loss and unimaginable hope. The star, the storyteller revealed, had been seen as a divine messenger. Its descent brought with it a tragedy, a beloved young soul who vanished without a trace, but also a promise. The villagers believed that the fallen star had embedded a spark of celestial wisdom in the land, a secret light meant to guide future generations through their darkest hours. Determined to follow the call, Laura set forth into the ancient woods that bordered her village. The forest was alive with murmurs of forgotten lore, every rustle of leaves and gentle breeze echoing the tale of a fallen star's descent. Guided by a sense of purpose, Laura journeyed deeper, her heart aflame with hope and resolve. As night deepened, the forest revealed a hidden grove, a sanctuary where the remnants of the fallen star's light had coalesced. At the center of the grove stood the luminary tree, its branches shimmering with a cosmic luster that rivaled the brilliance of 1,000 stars. The tree pulsed with gentle, rhythmic light, as if it held the very heartbeat of Star's spirit. Seated beneath the luminous canopy, Laura felt an overwhelming connection to the cosmic tale embedded in the grove. In the soft, otherworldly glow of the luminary tree, she listened as the wind carried whispers of ancient wisdom. The tree, born of the fallen star's radiance, spoke in a language older than time, a language of loss, transformation, and rebirth. In that sacred moment, Laura experienced a series of visions. She saw how sacrifice had nurtured the land, transforming barren fields into lush gardens, and how every whisper of the wind echoed with lessons of resilience and hope. Each vision was a thread woven into the tapestry of life, a reminder that every fall harbored the seeds of a new beginning. Empowered by the wisdom of the luminary tree, Laura began to understand her role in the universe. The journey was not merely a passage through shadowed woods, but an inner pilgrimage toward embracing both the light and the dark within herself. She learned that wisdom was not found in the absence of pain but in the courage to transform it into hope. With newfound insight, Laura took up the ancient practice of sharing stories and songs, a tradition passed down through generations. In the glow of communal firelight, she recounted the tale of Star's fall and the miraculous birth of the luminary tree. Her words resonated deeply with her fellow villagers, who found solace and inspiration in the reminder that every ending was, in truth, a prelude to a new beginning. Laura's path illuminated the hidden truth that the wisdom of the fallen star was not locked in distant celestial realms but lived on in the living earth, in every rustle of the leaves and every breath of wind. Her journey had become a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of transformation and the enduring connection between the heavens and the land. In the end, Laura understood that the wisdom of the Song of the Fallen Star was meant for all who dared to seek it, a legacy that transcended loss, guiding the hearts of those who believed in the possibility of renewal, even in the deepest darkness. The Silent Pact. Another untold tale was of an ancient pact made in silence between two estranged families, bitter enemies by blood and history. In the dead of winter, when the cold was unyielding and the night stretched endlessly, a clandestine meeting had taken place beneath a lone oak. There, in the quiet intimacy of shared loss, the families found common ground in their grief and forged a bond so delicate that it was carried on the wind. A promise of unity that, though whispered only among a few, had quieted years of strife and eventually allowed healing to begin. The Guardian's Secret. Perhaps most misunderstood was the legend of the unseen guardian, a spectral presence said to watch over the village long before its walls were built. The storyteller's eyes softened as she recounted the tale. A benevolent spirit, neither wholly divine nor entirely mortal, who had taken on the role of silent protector. This guardian was believed to have witnessed every joy and every sorrow, its mysterious gaze both a comfort and a warning. For those who dared to listen to their own truths, the guardian was a beacon, guiding them through trials with the assurance that even the unseen held the power to heal. The echoes of a lost love. In another of her soft, trembling confessions, the storyteller recalled a love so profound that its echoes still haunted the village. Two hearts had dared to defy the boundaries imposed by society, meeting in secret under moonlit skies. Their forbidden union, though marred by inevitable heartbreak, had left an indelible mark on the land. Their love story, unspoken and almost forgotten by time, was said to imbue the wind with a bittersweet melody, a reminder that even in loss, beauty and courage could be found. As Laura listened, each untold story wove itself into the tapestry of her mind, challenging her to reconsider the weight of her own hidden truths. These stories, tenderly entrusted by the storyteller, were not just relics of the past. They were a call to embrace the complexity of life, its sorrows and its joys, its darkness and its light. At that moment, as the twilight deepened and the quiet murmur of the village grew around her, Laura realized that these whispered legends were more than just tales. They were gentle invitations to face her own inner shadows, to trust in the silent strength that resided within, and to understand that every truth, no matter how painful or hidden, had the power to transform her journey into one of resilience and profound beauty. The storyteller's voice softened as the gentle twilight wrapped the village in a quiet embrace. At that moment she shared her secret lore, each story interwoven with the watchful presence of the silent guardian who had long observed their lives. There were no tales of demons or violence here, only the profound, nurturing watch of the mysterious observer. The Song of the Silent Gaze. In hushed tones, the storyteller recalled a time when the watcher's gaze was the spark of hope for a family struggling in quiet despair. One cool autumn evening, as the family gathered in their humble home, they noticed a single soft light glimmering in the distance. It was said that the watcher, ever vigilant, had directed its gentle radiance toward them. That light became a symbol, a silent promise that even in the depths of sorrow, the quiet vigil of the watcher could ignite hope and mend broken spirits. The Covenant of the Guardian Light. Another tale spoke of a long-forgotten pact among the villagers. In times when uncertainty shrouded the days, the watcher's calm and unwavering eye would appear in the soft glow of dawn. Its presence was a sign of unity, a quiet reminder that the people of the village were forever bound together by the shared experience of being observed by something greater than themselves. The pact was not forged in grand gestures or loud declarations but in silent understanding and mutual care. The Watcher, ever present and benevolent, had brought them together in a bond of collective resilience. The promise of the unseen embrace. The storyteller also spoke of a young child who, during a harsh winter, would often feel alone in the vast darkness. One frosty night, while the child lay awake, a gentle glow appeared by his window, a soft, watchful light that filled him with comfort. The child grew up with a quiet assurance that the watcher was always near, its gaze a tender embrace that protected him from the cold shadows of fear. This promise became his guiding star, a subtle, enduring reminder that even in the darkest hours, one is never truly alone. Laura recalled the storyteller's soft, weaving tales around a humble fire. On those cold, starlit nights, her stories were more than mere words. They were beacons of light that pierced through the darkness of uncertainty. One story in particular had imprinted itself upon her heart, a tale of a wanderer much like herself who, amid relentless storms and despairing nights, discovered that even the blackest void is filled with unseen presences. These presences, she said, were the silent guardians of our souls, whispering that we are never abandoned, even when all seems lost. Laura's own path grew treacherous. Doubt and sorrow threatened to eclipse her inner light. Yet as she trudged through a forlorn valley, the memory of the storyteller's words stirred within her. In the midst of despair, when the weight of solitude pressed against her heart, Laura sensed a comforting presence, a quiet, unwavering pulse that seemed to remind her of the promise. Even in the deepest darkness, the warmth of unseen companions can be felt. When night is at its blackest, listen to the quiet. The universe sings softly, reminding you that you are never truly alone. Each of these stories, tender and thoughtful, was imbued with the same central truth. The Watcher was not a force to be feared, but a gentle presence whose silent vigil illuminated the lives of those who were willing to listen to their inner truths. In sharing these legends, the storyteller hoped to kindle a quiet awakening within her listeners, a realization that the soft, watchful light overhead was a beacon calling them to trust in their own quiet strength and in the beauty of shared, unspoken stories. Listening to these tales, Laura felt a stirring within her, a deep, resonant echo of her own inner journey. The stories were not just relics of a forgotten past but living, breathing guides, urging her to embrace the transformative power of silence, connection, and self-trust. Under a sky brushed with twilight hues, a single radiant star emerged, a luminous beacon amid the gentle darkness. Laura paused for a moment on her winding path, feeling its soft glow as though it had been waiting just for her. This star, a silent emissary of hope, seemed to carry the very essence of the watcher's benevolent gaze, lighting her way when the path was shrouded in uncertainty. In that luminous moment, Laura remembered the storyteller's whispered tales, of a guardian light that had united hearts and mended sorrows with its gentle brilliance. The star's light was more than just a celestial guide. It was a reminder that even in the midst of life's shadows, there existed a silent promise of renewal. With each step, the star's glow grew ever more assuring. It illuminated the intricate tapestry of the village, revealing not just the physical path ahead but the inner journey that Laura had been reluctant to embrace. The soft light danced across weathered stones and ancient trees, echoing the tender strength found in moments of quiet self-reflection. As she walked, Laura felt the weight of her struggles lessen. The star's light reminded her that every truth, no matter how hidden, had the power to guide her forward. It was a symbol of the transformative potential inherent in embracing her inner shadows, each fragment of darkness giving way to a shimmer of light, each challenge a stepping stone toward understanding. In that serene interplay of light and shadow, Laura resolved to trust not only the star but the quiet wisdom that resided within her. The star lit her way, softly but persistently, urging her to seek out the beauty in every moment, to cherish the unspoken connections that wove through the tapestry of life, and to continue her journey with an open heart, even when the night seemed darkest. And so, guided by the radiant star and the silent promise of the watcher, Laura stepped forward into the unfolding night, knowing that even when alone, the light within her and the light above would always guide her home. Laura remembered the gentle presence that had quietly guided her through the darkest moments, a silent protector whose watchful gaze had never wavered. In the soft glow of the radiant star above, she sensed this guardian's spirit lingering in every whispered breeze and every subtle shift of light. It was not a force that intervened with overt actions, but rather a comforting presence that offered guidance, hope, and strength without a single word. This silent protector had been there in the hush of dawn and the stillness of twilight, a constant companion in her inner journey. It reassured her that even when the path seemed uncertain and shadows loomed large, she was never truly alone. In that quiet vigil, Laura found the courage to face her fears, embrace her truths, and step forward with a resilient heart. The protector's gentle influence was like a soft melody that played in the background of her thoughts, a reminder that sometimes the most profound guidance comes not from loud proclamations, but from the silent, steadfast presence of a guardian who believes in the light within. I know you have yet to feel the tender weight of that watchful gaze. But when it finds you, do not fear. It is not a force of judgment but a gentle call to awaken your inner light. Let its presence remind you that every truth, once shared, becomes a guide, lifting the shadows and connecting us all in a journey of hope. Embrace it, and you will discover that even the most minor witness can reveal the vast beauty of our shared destiny.